Hey everyone, how are we doing? It's James, and I want to jump on here and go over a trade that I've just taken, but my purpose of this is to show you how you can simplify whether you want to get into a trade, because I know there's a lot of people in the community that are jumping right down to the crazy 1 minute, 30 seconds and all of that game, which is great if you're very experienced. And I know there's people that are struggling with higher time frames, so I just want to give a quick overview of how you can look at the higher time frame, but then how you can jump in on, say, like a 5 minute or a 15 minute and just try and make it that little bit easier. So let's jump straight in. Let's go. This is a trade I took here, and I'll explain how I got in it. As always, I won't keep this video too long, this recording too long. So we're on the daily, and on the daily, for me, it does look like we've come in here and we could have possibly have a reaction down the way. Just continuing that trend. But we are intraday traders, so we're bearing that in mind as we go through the setup. But at the end of the day, right now we're intraday traders and we're still looking bearish, bullish, as you'll see. So on the 4 hour, you can see we're in this big, we've filled that big imbalance there. We've come into this POI up here on the daily. That was what I just showed you a minute ago. But like you can see here on the 4 hour, we've broke there. We've come up and we've made, if this will click for me, we've made new highs there, as you can see. And we're yet to make a new low down here. So for me on the 4 hour, until I see some evidence of this being broke here, I'm going to look at this as still bullish, because that has been bullish for a good while now. So let's, actually, almost cleared everything off then. That was close. My trade would have been gone as well. I can't bother to get it back. So just off of that alone, I'm thinking, right, I still prefer, I want a long here. I want to wait for it to pull back into all of this imbalance here on the 4 hour, as you can see. There's a lot of imbalance in between here. I'd like a lot of that to get filled, and I would like on the 4 hour for it to come down here. But that for me is a big area on the 4 hour. So I'm going to jump down a frame to make it a little bit more tighter. So here you can see here we're now on the hourly. I know I'm rushing through this a little bit, but watch the video a couple of times and it'll start making a lot more sense. On the hourly, I've come up with this here because this was the last big push before it went up and it broke that high there. That was the last big push. So that's a bit of an invalidation zone on the hourly, and the 4 hour was all of this. So it still could come down here. But like I said at the beginning, we're intraday traders. We're only, essentially with the market, we're only looking for a little snippet. We're not a swing trader, we don't need the whole lot. We need, if we're looking on a pullback, we only need just a little pullback for us to have a good day's trading. So that hourly was strong enough for me to have it as a point of interest, a POI, where there could be a reaction. So if it gets to that area, like I've marked up, like I've shown you in many other videos, if it gets to that area, we're going to keep our eye on it. We're going to look at it. We're going to see. We're going to monitor it. So it did. My alerts went off because I set my alerts. Always set your alerts. I normally set, when I've got an area, I normally set like 3 alerts. Sometimes, let's go down to the 15 minute. What I'll do, if it's up here, I'll set an alert when it breaks the next low. Then I'll set an alert when it's halfway down. And then I'll set an alert when it gets into my actual area. So this is it. This is it when it come down. It come down here into this area here. Now bear with me when I say all of this because I don't want to confuse you or anything. So it come down, just touched my area there, as you can see. Where is that there? You can see that it is just touched my area there. So it's got my attention. I'm not just going to jump straight in, but it's got my attention. Now it does start reacting, but Asia low can always play as a bit of a break and retest, and there is obviously already wicks there. So here, sometimes you get a lot of false reactions. So I wanted to see how this played out here. To which it did. It reacted off, come back into my area, which I was happy with. Now I'm thinking, right, okay, we're fully in my area. What other confluences have we got? Now we know I know I want a buy from this area. So we've got that. We're in the area. We're in the POI that I want. I know that on a 5 minute, I like divergence, meaning this angle here off of these last two are different to these two. That's mainly, this is the volume and all of that. Look into other videos if you want a big explanation to that. There is ones in the recordings, but that's mainly it. Like if you just had to go off one sentence, that angle is the opposite to that angle. To which it was quite strong as well. So that gave me like, right, okay, I'm happy with this. Now, so as any of you know that watch all of my videos and follow my content, you'll know I like a relative break of structure. So I marked up here as the relative break of structure there, because that was the last push to make that low there. So I wanted a bit more confluence. This would be confluence number 3, you might say, to give me evidence that it's going to start pushing up the way. So it's in our POI, it's made diversions, and now it's still broke. Now it's broke the relative break of structure. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm liking this now. But it's looking choppy, and this is the point to this video. It's looking a bit choppy. So this is what I do from time to time, well, all the time really, to be fair. I'll go from the 5 minutes and I'll go up to the 15 minutes. Now look how much clearer that is. Don't get me wrong, I prefer the 5 minutes, but from time to time, look at the chop on all of that. It looks busy. So from time to time, I'll go up onto the 15 minute, and although the 5 minute RBOS might not look as relative there, I'm looking now at this last push down on the 15 minute, this big imbalance, this big blue candle here. And as you can see, it pushed up higher above the 15 minute candle there and closed above it. So the body closed above it. Like they say, the bodies tell the story, the candles do the damage. And for me, that closed above it with a big push. So I was very happy with that. I was happy the way it was. So now I'm on like 4 confluences. Everything's aligning. And for me, on the 15 minute now, because it looks, I think it looks even better on the 15 minute. I was happy with that POI right there. Them 2 last candles, 15 minute there. So when it comes up, it broke that. I was happy then to enter just as it filled the imbalance from here. Get rid of that. Let me click on something so it doesn't do that. So it fills the imbalance here of this candle and taps in to my POI. Oh, I was happy with that. So that's what I've done. I marked it out on the 15 minute because it was more clear. The 5 minute just looked too choppy for me. I do like entering on the 1 minute, but as you'll see, it was just looking like, wow, you can still read it all there. But if you're just questioning yourself a little bit, we all know higher time frames is a stronger confluence, like the 5 minute, 15 hour, 4 hour. They're all stronger. The higher it is, the better, essentially. But obviously we're day traders, so we bring it down a notch or 2. So when I'm down on the 1 minute, I don't always fully trust the diversion on the 1 minute. I do look at it, I do go off of it, but I never rely on it. Well, you should never rely on any one confluence as it is. The 5 minute, when you're quite strong like that, does normally play out quite well, as you can see. So yeah, when I jumped onto the 15 minute, I could see that it closed above that candle there. I know it's still on the Asia low there, but we know it's already tapped that once. It's already tapped that once and it's come back up. So with everything in mind, obviously all trades are risky. With everything in mind, I was happy with that, because what you can also see is when it pushed up with a big vector candle there and left an imbalance, that's another confluence. You've got that imbalance there. See, from that candle to that candle. So it's got price, it's pushed up fast, but it's going to come back to rebalance. Not always, but a lot of the times. So now we're on like confluence number 5. So with all of that in mind, I thought, right, I'm going to enter when it gets to that. So I set a limit there when it tapped me in and on away. Now, as you can see, I didn't get greedy. I just placed it to that next high there. I was happy with that. 3 to 1. Nice. Job done. Granted, it's gone all the way up here. What would that be on? That would be nearly, hang on, yeah, 4.7, 4.8. That might still go up. It might continue back down. At this point, I don't really care. I've got my winning trade. That's me done. Happy days. So that's where I'm at with that. So as much as you got to get your entrance, you want your exits as well. You don't want to just be aiming for the moon every time, because you're going to just rather keep coming back and hitting stop loss, because it's going to come back eventually. Or if you're moving it to BE, you're going to hit BE a lot of the times. Now, that's how I like to do it. 2 to 1, 3 to 1. I'm happy with that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to get out. Sometimes if it's looking a bit busy on the 1 minute, in the 3 minute, the 5 minute, and you're just like, whoa, it looks all right, but I'm not too sure. Just click it up a notch. Look how much clearer that is. You can see there, it comes down. The divergence, if you click off of it and you see the divergence not really marrying up, that's just because that will relate to the 5 minute one. So just don't worry, think, oh no, don't worry about that. I mean, you can still check it on the 15 minute, which to be fair, I don't think there is too much divergence. If we go off that candle there, no, it's not. This is why I like the 5 minute one, to be fair. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Take your time. If it looks busy, click up a notch. Like if we go on a 15 minute and look at that overall, like look how much clearer that looks compared to that. As soon as you go on a 15 minute, it looks so much better. Now I like, anyone that watches my recordings, I prefer the 5 minute, I do. But there is sometimes you just think, let's just go off the 15 minute. It's a lot clearer. So yeah, I hope that helped. Hope that helps anyone who's trading. If there's any little golden nuggets along the way, happy days. I'm happy for you. And we'll see how it plays out. I mean, it could continue going down here. It's got a big rejection there on the 15 minute. Definitely could keep going down, but hey, I don't care. I won my trade. Anyway, everyone, have a good time. Have a good time in Traders World, and see you in the community.